Alright, so as I said in my last video, I actually had the stupid idea of making a prototype for a first-person Bullethell. Yes, this video is going to be about that. So shortly after finishing a chapter of a course on Udemy, I had this idea of blasters coming out of walls and shooting various types of lasers, which the player then had to dodge. In first person. Yeah, not the best concept, I know. My goal wasn't to make a crazy new game to dominate the market though. I only wanted to learn how to do 3D movement and a first-person camera basically. And trust me, it's not as simple as it sounds. As always, my first attempts of trying to create something on my own failed terribly. So I watched some videos. I highly recommend the YouTube channel Brackies. They actively release new videos about Unity that are really helpful, especially for beginners like me. After some trying around and mixing of different scripts from different videos, I had my desired movement. The basics were walking, jumping, double jumping, and sprinting. Later on I also added a simple ledge climb and wall run, but I'll get to that later. The movement was working, so I started thinking about the weapons. My idea was randomly spawning them on the wall and immediately making them fire. The first design was a basic single shot. I made them spawn and despawn in fixed locations, which, as I later found out, was a bad idea, so I had to rework it a little bit so they could be spawned in any desired area. I did that by using empty objects as reference points for the spawn areas. But that's the basic single shot, so let's move on. Homing missiles. I thought homing missiles would be fun to make. So I searched up how to track your player and found multiple solutions for enemies that walk on the floor, which was of no use to me. But after a bit of searching, I found a cool video that explained exactly what I wanted. I tweaked the settings a little bit, and I must say, I was quite satisfied with the result. The third weapon which I added really didn't end up working out well, so I won't get deep into it. But the basic idea was a ball that bounces off surfaces. All the mechanics that I wanted were there, but I noticed something. I don't have the slightest clue of how to build levels. And then I remembered that I had watched a video of Danny saying the same thing.
Maps I've made for the game so far are just thick, chunky blocks. Kind of reminds me of your mug. So yeah, this is how I used to make maps. Block. Oh, big block. Long boy. No, stop it, Danny. You can't just place big blocks everywhere and call it a map.
I also remembered that he used some kind of asset to build cool looking 3D maps. So I searched up his video and actually found it. The tool is called ProBuilder and it works great. At least after watching a few tutorials. But whatever, I got my map looking kind of smooth. Except that it still looked like ass. So boom, post-processing, boom, proper lighting, and boom, more obstacles. Now this is epic. I actually kind of want to apologize for this scene. If it has disturbed you, you may now dislike the video. Okay, so I added some obstacles, but how can you get past them? As I said in the beginning, I actually added a ledge climb and a wall run. I had no idea of how to go about it, as always, and watched a few videos. But they didn't get me anywhere. Either the code was too complicated, or not compatible, or I just didn't like the approach. So I tried it myself, and what can I say? For some odd reason, it worked out. Maybe it's kind of janky, but the mechanic is there. The ledge climb actually isn't a real ledge climb. You just get your double jump back when touching it. And the wall run is something completely ridiculous. I added two colliders, one is set to trigger and one isn't. And for some reason, that leads to the player only slowly descending, so he can wall run. But yeah, that was the time I tried making a 3D game, which ended up only being a prototype. If you for some odd reason want me to release it, tell me in the comments. But anyways, I will try and start working on a new game soon. I don't yet know what exactly it is going to be, but I have a few ideas in my head. I recently downloaded Celeste, maybe I will try making a Celeste type of game, or maybe a TTT styled one. I don't know, those are just ideas. So yeah, have a great rest of your day, and see you next time.